This is what we're talking about. Let me close with a few more quotes. I'm almost finished. He says, I remember my mentor. He told me, I used to say, if I had more money, I would have a better plan. Isn't that what we say? Man, if I only had more money. Isn't that what we say? Check this out. He's about to straighten us out. He quickly responded, I suggest that if you had a better plan, you would have more money. Shift in mindset. So what he's saying is, it's not that you don't have money. You don't have a plan. So let's find a plan. To become financially independent, you must turn part of your income into capital. Turn capital into enterprise. Turn enterprise into profit. Turn profit into investment. And turn investment into financial independence. You can take that one and break it down, figure it out. And when you do that, we'll all be rich. But there's a process. Don't let the learning from your own experience take too long. Don't let the learning from your own experience take too long. I had a family member of mine say, man, I have to learn. Isn't that how we all learn? We have to make mistakes. Let me make mistakes. And I had learned this stuff. I said, man, you don't have enough time in life to make the mistakes, to learn everything that you need to know. People already wrote it down. You don't have to make them. The Bible's full of mistakes that people make. Books are full of mistakes that people made, figured them out, and now they wrote it down, and this guy is one of them. He says, you don't let learning from your own experience. You know, that's how we say, let me make my mistakes. All we're saying is, I just want to do what I want. Take too long, because if you have been doing it wrong for at least the last 10 years, I would suggest that's long enough. If you messed up your life in the last 10 years, and you want to keep on doing what you're doing, I'd suggest you change and start doing something different. That's what he's saying. Because obviously your plan isn't working. You cannot speak that which you do not know. You cannot share that which you do not feel. You cannot translate that which you cannot have. And you cannot give that which you do not possess. To give it, you have to share it. That's what I'm doing. And for it to be effective, you have to first have it. I have it. Good communication starts with good presentation. I hope I shared a good presentation. Any comments, questions?
Who's the name of that?
Jim Rohn. Let me write it down.
He's dead, by the way.
Rome. They said Rome.
Yes?
I have a comment. When my husband went to prison and I was left with my
This
kids.
is my wife, by the way. My beautiful wife.
I was left with my two girls. I remember thinking to myself, okay, it's not about me anymore. It's not about what I want. What I wanted was my husband home, happy again, which I wasn't happy. I just wanted my husband back next to me, by my side, you know, being miserable. But when my husband went to prison, I said to myself, it's not about me anymore. Because I had to look down at my two kids, you know, and the despair in their face, you know, them crying, wanting their father, and I'm thinking to myself, it's not about me anymore. I have to move forward and do what's best for them and not what's best for me. And of course, I can say I became something out of what I had to go through for the glory of God, for the benefit of my children and myself. I was forced to change things in my life that I didn't want to change because of whatever situation I was going through. So, when you were saying that you're put in a situation where you have to, it's not about you anymore. And I had the two choices: either die or overcome. Like he says, I wanted to kill myself. I wanted to kill myself too. Going through the dilemma was a heartache. Having to have my children crying for their dad, and it was only a week that he had been gone. I said, okay, it's enough about me. It's not about me anymore. And I moved forward.
Amen. It's interesting, she says that. I'll close with this. She said she had two choices. She didn't know what I was going to read today. I'm telling you, God is in this place. He wants to help you. The two choices we face. Each of us have two distinct choices to make about what we will do with our lives. The first choice we make is to be less than we have the capacity to be. To learn less, to have less, to read less, to think less, to try less, to discipline ourselves less. Those are the choices that lead to an empty life. These are the choices that, once made, lead to a life of constant apprehension instead of a life of wondrous anticipation. That's the first choice you have. The second choice is to do it all. To become all that you can possibly become. And that's what I'm doing. To read every book that you possibly can. To earn as much as you possibly can. To give as much and share as much as you possibly can. To strive and produce and accomplish as much as you possibly can. All of us have these choices. To do or not to do. To be or not to be. To be all or be less. To be nothing at all. Like the tree, it would be a worthy challenge for all of us to stretch upward and outward to the full measure of our capacities. Why not do it all we can? Every moment that we can, the best that we can, as long as we can. Our ultimate life objective should be to create as much as our talent and ability and desire we permit. To settle for doing less than we could do is to fail in the worst and the unthinkable. Results are the best measure of human progress. Results is the best measure of human progress, not conversations. Results is the name of the game. No explanations, no justifications, results. And in our results are less than our, and if our results are less than our potential suggests that they should be, then we must strive to become more today than we were yesterday. The greatest reward are always reserved for those who bring great value to themselves and to the world around them, as a result of whom and what they became. Results is the name of the game. That's all I have. Anybody have any last question or comment? Okay, I'm gonna pass around the